Hello friends, today we will discuss about electrical transients. Subject: power quality and management. Introduction. A transient is defined as a sub-cycle disturbance in AC waveform that is described as a sharp discontinuity of the waveform. The definition states that transients are sub-cycle events lasting less than one cycle of the AC waveform. Inclusion of the term sub-cycle is for the sake of definition only. Routinely, we see transients that span several cycles. In electrical system, inductance and capacitance are the energy storing elements that contribute to the oscillatory nature of the transients. Resistance is the energy dissipating element that allows the transient to dampen out and decay to the steady state conditions. So this is the fundamentals of transient. Now you can see one circuit diagram. This is the power system consisting of source. This one is source. This one S is circuit breaker, transformer and R and L type load. Now we will see the steady state model of this circuit. In a steady state representation, we have to consider internal inductances. So in series with the source there is Ls. In series with the source we can see Ls. Ls is nothing but source inductance. Then L1. L1 stands for line inductance, and L2 stands for line inductance. LT, internal inductance of transformer. R and L are load resistance and load inductances. One note is there: source, line and transformer resistances are neglected. So this is the representation of a steady state condition of the circuit. In a steady state condition, we will only consider inductances and resistances. There is no capacitance. But in a transient model, we have to consider capacitance also. Next, we will see the transient model. This is the transient model of the circuit. Here we can see the capacitance CS, source capacitance CS is placed across the source inductance Ls. Here also one capacitance, line capacitance C1 is added. Switch capacitance CB is placed across the circuit breaker. Then one more capacitance, line capacitance is there. LM stands for internal magnetization of the transformer, magnetizing inductance of the transformer. And what is LT and CT? LT is transformer inductance and CT is transformer capacitance. One more capacitance is placed at a load side. So it is known as load capacitance. So here we have to keep in mind that capacitance are always across the component. It means the load capacitance will be across the R and L, and switch capacitance will be across the switch. So this is the representation of transient model. In the transient model, the capacitance across the poles of the circuit breaker, the capacitance of the power lines feeding the motor, and the capacitance of the source and the motor windings becomes significant. See, we have seen RL type load. So it is a motor. Typical RL type load is motor. So we have considered a motor as a RL type load. Once the transient model is created, some of the elements may be systematically eliminated depending on their magnitude, transient duration and relevance of a specific element to the problem being addressed. So it is different from for the different systems. This brings up some important points to consider while solving electrical transient related problems. First, determine the total transient model, then remove elements in the model that are not relevant to the problem at hand. Also, develop a mathematical model of the transient circuit and then derive the solution for the needed parameter. So this is the process of finding a transient model. First we have to make a total transient model, and then some elements can be removed as per the problem definition, or we can say as per our requirement we can remove some elements. Now, types and cases of transients. Transients are disturbances that occur very short duration, less than a cycle, and the electrical circuit is quickly restored to original operation provided no damage has occurred due to the transient. If there is no any damage or some fault may not occur, then the system will restore quickly. An electrical transient is a cause and effect phenomena. For transient to occur, there must be a cause. It means transient occurs due to some cases. So we have to see what are the cases of transients. First case is atmospheric phenomena. Normally in major cases atmospheric phenomena is lightning strike, because it is frequently seen in a monsoon or rainy season, and its effect is also very high. Some other effects are solar flares and geomagnetic disturbances, but this is rarely seen. Switching loads on or off. So this is also the cases of transients. Due to switching loads, there may be transient generated. Another case is interruption of fault currents. For any operation, for example, operation of circuit breaker is also due to the operation of circuit breaker, there is an interruption of fault, and due to this transient may be generated. Next case is switching of power lines. This may be the case during the power line switching, transient may be generated in the system. And another last one is switching of capacitor banks. So for the power factor correction, we are using capacitor banks in a power system. So due to this switching, transient may be generated. In all these cases, we can see most of the transients are generated due to switching of different types, switching of loads, switching of power lines, or switching of capacitor banks. So keep in mind this thing. Now we will see these cases in some details. First one is atmospheric cases or lightning. Over potential surge due to lightning discharge is the most common natural case of electrical equipment failure. This is most common because in rainy season we can see frequently lightning strikes. Here we have given one example. Figure shows lightning impulse wave characterized by rise of 90% value in 1.2 microsecond. So here we can see on 1.2 microsecond there is a 90% value, and fall to 50% value in 50 microsecond. So we can see here is a 50 microsecond, so value is 0.5 V. So this is typical lightning impulse wave, and it is frequently seen in a rainy season. So natural effect is due to generally lightning. Another case of transient is switching loads on or off. Switching normal loads in a facility can produce transients. The majority of plant loads draw large amount of current when initially turned on. Transformer draws inrush currents that ranges between 10 to 15 times their normal full load current. So we can imagine that is very large current. This current lasts between 5 to 10 cycles. It means this surge current may remain in the system up to 10 cycles. So this is the characteristic of transformer inrush current. Another one is AC motor draw starting currents that vary between 500 to 600%. It means it is 5 to 6 times of the normal full load running current. So this is also very large current, and due to this transient may be generated. Large current drawn through the impedance of the power system sets up transient voltages that affect electrical components sensitive to sag, subcycle, oscillations or voltage notch. So these are the cases of switching loads on or off, and due to this the transient may be generated. Another one is interruption of fault currents. During fault conditions, large currents are generated in the electrical system. The fault currents are interrupted by overcurrent devices such as circuit breakers or fuses. And in this figure, here we can see transient is generated, and it is oscillatory in nature. So overvoltage transient due to fault current interruption accompanied by oscillations at the natural frequency formed by L and C. Okay, so this is the case whenever the interruption of fault is there, transient may be generated. Now capacitor bank switching. One of the more common cases of electrical transients is switching of capacitor banks in power systems. Electrical utilities switch capacitor banks during peak load hours to offset the lagging kVAR demand of the load. Typically, the voltage rise due to capacitor switching operation can attain values 1.5 to 2 times the nominal voltage. So due to this, the transient may be generated. This figure shows the transient voltage response at the main electrical switchboard for a commercial building due to capacitor bank switching by the utility. So here we can observe the effect of capacitor switching, and due to this the transient voltage is generated. Motor start transient. We have seen that at starting the motor current may be 5 to 6 times the normal rated current. So during starting, transient due to motor starting, the motor had an input capacitor for power factor correction, and the motor and capacitor were tuned on simultaneously. So here we can observe this transient due to motor start. Now medium voltage capacitor bank switching transient. The transient shown in figure was the result of 5 MVAr capacitor bank switching at an industrial facility. The initial rise in voltage reached a peak amplitude equal to 160% of the system nominal peak voltage. So here we can see the transient. Voltage notch due to uninterruptible power source unit or UPS unit. Now we have to define what is notch. Notch is a periodic disturbance. It means if we have seen here disturbance, then negative up cycle also we can see this type of disturbance. So it is a periodic in nature. Voltage notches are with the outputs of uninterruptible power source units due to power electronic switching circuitry associated with the UPS units. Unless provided with wave shaping and filtering circuitry, the output of UPS can contain substantial notches. So this is the typical waveform for the UPS unit. Neutral voltage swing. Normally, neutral voltage should be within 0.5 volt with respect to ground. This is because in a 4-wire power distribution system, the neutral of the power source is connected to the ground at the source. This tends to hold the neutral potential close to ground. In some instances, depending on the loads and the distance between the source and the load, neutral to ground voltage can measure 2 to 3 volt. The case illustrated by figure is an extreme one where neutral to ground voltage reaches levels higher than 10 volt. So it is a very extreme case because normal level should be within 0.5 volt, and here in this case there is a greater than 10 volt. So this is very extreme condition and it may be generated. Reference: Power Quality by C. Shankaran, CRC Press. Thank you.